What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Creatia Conversation. Your host is back. I am Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined by my co-hosts for the day, Mara the motherfucking Shark Watkins. How you doing, Mara?
I'm doing good. I'm hot, I'm tired, fat, but I got food.
Got it. Overall good then. But also we are joined by one of my favorite people in the world. He is a chef by trade and a mark by choice at the Will Gray. How you doing, Will?
Travis, I am excited to see you, Mara. I've missed you both so dearly. I also want to give a shout out to Matt because I am one of Travis's closest friends, and I care enough to be on his first episode back from one of the busiest times of his life. So thank you, Matt, for calling out sick or whatever it was and giving me this opportunity to share the time with Lord Cussalot, calling out sick. So, but I'm well. I've missed you both. I hope you're both doing well. It's good to see you. I'm excited for the show to be back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. You know, speaking of it being the most, busy time of the year for me. I was telling Will this before we got started, Mara, but I need to share this with the world and with you as well, because, I already was pretty sure we were fucked as it is. I knew we were already fucked. I didn't realize how fucked we were until this past year of open enrollment. Those of you who don't know, I'm an insurance agent. I do affordable care act marketplace plans for people, and I get people enrolled in plans, help them find the best plan for them, make sure people have health insurance. And the amount of people who don't know how they're being fucked only opens the door for them to get fucked more. It is the amount of people who I speak to who don't know why their plan that was once a $0 plan that gave them $0 doctor visits and $0 medications and only $10 for a specialist now costs you $50 to see a doctor and $100 for a specialist and $25 for your medications. Not to mention all the other stuff that costs way more within that plan. I'm not gonna get into all the percentages on hospital stays and all that other kind of shit. But who don't know what fucking happened? And you got some who I will quote this one person that said, I knew this Obamacare was some bullshit to begin with. And I'm like, last year your plan was great. It would have been, at least, if you had it. But you're getting enrolled now. Captain Cheeto's big bullshit bill fucked you. It's what happened.
It's not because the left is aggressively trying to give illegals health insurance.
No, because they can't have it. They literally can't. Believe me, I would get paid more money if they could, because I'd enroll them. But
I was about to say,
can't.
as somebody who gets paid based on selling the plans, if you were allowed to sell them, wouldn't you? It makes sense that you would already be doing that.
I would do it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
You have to have a social. You have to have a valid social security number, first of all. And even if you have one, if you're here, if you're not a citizen, you need to be a legal resident with a fucking green card or visa or something, because we need that information. It literally won't, the application won't go in if you don't have that shit. There's people who have to call back and give that to us because we can start the application. We'll put it in. But guess what? A month later, it's going to say, no, get the fuck out of here.
Literally.
Anyway, that's the Affordable Care Act and why we're all fucked. But anyway, on a more happy note, what y'all been up to? What you been watching? What you been playing? All that stuff.
You want to go first? You finally got to be here for all of my transition stuff now.
That is very new. I can go first. If y'all want me to. Travis, do you want to go first? Or to go first? Sure.
Yes, go
I'll
on.
be short and sweet. I have been going through a purge since the last time I was on the show. I have watched everything from Ted Lasso to Pretty Little Liars. I have been on a TV show like Exodus where I've just gone through everything I could watch. I think, what'd you say? Scandal was amazing. That's
You
probably
finished it?
Yeah, that's probably my favorite thing I've watched recently. Travis, you will appreciate this as a gamer, though. More importantly, I am about to max my MMO character in RuneScape. 99
Congratulations.
all skills. So that's been the big grind on that. Playing wise is that I've been playing a ton of Fortnite. The new South Park season has been a blast. I've been loving the new South Park stuff. So lots of Fortnite, lots of RuneScape, lots of random old television that I've been catching up on. What about you guys?
I've also been trying to like get through like a backlog of stuff. A couple of my services are kind of on pause for right now, so I've been trying to utilize the other services that I have to kind of catch up on some stuff. I jumped back into White Lotus, the third season, the Thailand season. I think I'm about partway through that. I watched the first episode of an Apple TV Plus show called Hijack with Idris Elba. I'm gonna continue it. I was joking around about it because it just got it. It had a second season. I want to say that just started. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it just started, and I was saying it's funny because you happen to be like this negotiator and you end up on a flight with a bunch of people hijacking it. That is a crazy ass coincidence, right? But you telling me later on you end up on a train that also is getting hijacked? Something about that just seems suspicious.
That's highly shitty luck. That's the opposite of wanting to go buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
That reminds me of have you heard the Murder She Wrote theory?
No.
That she's actually the real killer on all these?
I have heard that theory, yes.
Well,
that she's just writing out all the murders and stuff that she helped solve and everything. Yeah.
And in reality, she's the one that committed them all. Yeah.
But finally caught up on Invincible.
Okay.
So now I'm prepared for April when we have 1,000 million shows now to watch. What else? Still watching SVU. I'm in season 23 now of my rewatch.
Holy shit. 23 seasons?
Yeah, and I'm still not at the current.
That's One Piece big. Holy
yeah, essentially. But what else? Oh, I started this other show on Apple TV called we started it and we finished it, called Murderbot with Alexander Skarsgård. And that was a good watch. That has another season coming out sometime soon too. And started another show with John Hamm called Your Friends and Neighbors, which is an interesting concept. I've only watched the first episode. It's Land Before Time, except in criminal format. But yeah, so I've caught up on some stuff. I haven't been playing a lot of stuff. I've actually been kind of glued to my phone, playing a lot of stupid games.
Okay. So I got a couple of new things here. One of them actually is not very new, but I went back and started playing it over the weekend just because, like, I have some time. I'm going to play something for a bit. Mm-hmm. Started playing Sleeping Dogs. This game came out a long time ago. I don't remember the year it came out, but it was significant, probably like 10 years ago.
I was about to say it's got to be mid 2010s, probably, because it's been out for a minute. They have a sequel out to it now, don't they?
I don't think so. I think they were working on one and it never actually came out. But I know they were working on like an online thing too, and I don't think that really panned out either. I don't know. But basically it's like you're playing a kung fu movie, which is it's a really good time. Kung fu plus like crime movie kind of thing is happening where you're an undercover cop and you're like infiltrating the triads in Hong Kong and all that. It's fantastic. The combat is great. So fucking violent. It's so fun. Like literally, like I had somebody's face, like everybody's head, and jammed their face into those, those exhaust fans on top of the building, on top of buildings and shit. Face into that shit, because fuck that nigga. But
just good old fashioned gratuitous violence.
It is, and we don't get enough of that anymore because I don't know. We have enough fucked up shit in the world that just doing that now is not really as much fun to see or play anymore as much. So anyway, speaking of violence though, I've been watching, haven't been watching, only one episode is out, but Night of the Seven Kingdoms came out first episode on Sunday. Watched that episode. Good fun. Those of us who looking to return to the Game of Thrones universe. It's good to be back. It's a very different show than the ones we've been watching. This is a lot more lighthearted and comedic, so it's been a good time.
I tried to start the first episode, and I didn't make it too far into it. I was kind of, I don't know, maybe it was because the hour that I started watching it at. I was like, I don't know.
You saw him shit behind the tree though, right?
Yeah.
That was my favorite. Listen, we started the episode and I warned Al going into it. I was like, a bunch of people have said that this is totally different than Game of Thrones and, the dragons. It's a totally different feel, a totally different vibe. Think a Knight's Tale, but in but in Game of Thrones, right? And the shot opening of it starts to crescendo into the theme. And then it just like record scratches to him shitting behind the tree. And I was like, I'm done. I don't even want to watch it. I was like, I'll watch it without you then.
Oh man.
I just remember watching it and then it just cut to that. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I remember Monty, like as soon as that happens, you're like, why? And I'm like,
I'm a man child.
I'm like, why not?
And anybody who is our friend or knows me personally knows I will forever laugh at a dick or a fart joke. And shit is included in that. If you make shit funny to me, I am going to laugh, and I'm sorry you're eating your dinner, Mara. I love you. I apologize. But like, shit jokes are always funny with me. I still want to apologize. I'm a Southern gentleman. But shit jokes, always funny, 10 times out of 10.
There was this guy, his name is Mike Henry. He actually he did the voice of Cleveland on Family Guy. Also a writer. But he was like, the 3 funniest things in the world are diarrhea, poop, and farts. So basically, if it comes out of your butt, it's hilarious, which, you know what? He's not wrong.
Golden rule of threes.
There it is. But also, there's a show on Peacock. It's called Ponies. Speaking of the Game of Thrones universe, Emilia Clarke's in there.
And that's the top. Is Natasha Lyonne the other person in that, or am I making that up?
I don't know anybody else's name who's in that show.
Okay.
But it's a whole thing where basically their husbands were CIA agents and they in Russia, and now the two of them are working with the CIA to try to figure out what happened to their husbands and why it happened and all that other shit, while also infiltrating the KGB. And it's
Oh yeah, I definitely made that up. That is not Natasha Lyonne.
I don't know, some white lady. I don't know her name.
Haley Lou Richardson.
Yeah,
that sounds like a white lady name.
Yeah.
That's a very white lady name.
I haven't, and that's one of those things. Like, she looked familiar, but I'm like, I don't know what I've seen you in. So it's just.
Speaking of White Lotus, did either of you ever watch the first season of the second season?
I've never seen any of White Lotus.
Okay.
0. Yeah.
She was in that. She was also in Split, but I don't know who.
I barely remember Split.
That's fine.
I love that
Cock-
movie.
Oh, Cock Blockers. And
Oh, she was in. I've seen Cock Blockers.
yes, I think she's one of the daughters.
That might be where I recognize her from then.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, yeah. That's it for what I've been watching and playing. I haven't really had time for a lot. Just, that and some random animes. Haikyuu is what we've been watching lately. The volleyball one.
Mm.
Fantastic show. Had me getting so fucking hyped for volleyball. That's the thing about these random ass sports animes, like for sports that I normally don't give a shit about. I'm watching them and I'm just like, holy shit. And I'm
Why am I the biggest indoor soccer fan of all time right
exactly.
now? Like,
Exactly. It was like when I was
Krista said Julian has watched a few of like soccer ones. I think Blue Lock. That was big. There was some other one he was watching, but I didn't catch the name of it.
Yeah, like the first one, it was actually on Netflix, but it was Rising Impact. It was about golf, and it was just like this is so fucking great. But the thing is, it was golf, but they treated it like a shonen anime because the thing is, like you literally watch them have these moments like they have like in Dragon Ball Z. Like this dude like playing golf. I swear, have either of you watched Dragon Ball Super?
yes.
I swear.
I don't know. I'm just recognizing characters.
I swear, in this thing, what they really had happen, he went into autonomous Ultra Instinct. Like, is what happened.
Is that the thing
in
where
golf.
they play sound for Goku?
You said what?
Is that the moment when they play that sound for Goku? Like, the dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I don't know if that's
the
Super,
music,
though.
yeah. That might have been. They might have used that, but it was just one of those things where he was just acting completely off of instinct, wasn't thinking. He was just that good, and that's what this dude was literally doing while he was playing golf. He had a head injury, which is why it happened. But he had a head injury while playing golf. How did that happen? I don't remember. But yeah.
Taekwon, he's a friend of the show. He's in all the chats a ton, especially here and over at Rivet City Radio. He sent me an anime, and I'll have to remember the name of it. But it was based in a sushi restaurant, and it was essentially like you were describing, like Dragon Ball Z level anime shit, but it's like a sushi chef, like Euro dreams of sushi, but if it was an anime.
If you find it, send it to me.
I'll ask him tonight. I'll remind myself after the show to text him and ask him what it was. It was either anime or a comic book, but I remember it, and it was like super dope. Like the chef was Goku, but with chopsticks and a knife. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah. That's the kind of shit I look for in my animes these days. Either something weird like that with just the intensity of Dragon Ball Z for some reason, or an isekai. There's really no in between for me. It's one of those, or just a random slice of life. Was like we watched this one a while ago called "With You in the Rain," where it's just like this lady with this raccoon dog, and it's like the most adorable thing in the world. It was great. But anyway, these people are really not here to hear me talk about the animes I'm watching. They're here to talk about the XBIZ Awards. Let's get into that.
Sorry, I have a cut for that.
I mean, I'm only a little bit disappointed. So yeah, the XBIZ Awards took place. It was over the weekend. It's that season because they got these, happening this past weekend, and then the AVN Awards are happening this coming weekend, and then I think there's one more that happens within the next couple weeks as well. But
I hate that I never put 2 and 2 together, because now that as soon as I pulled up XBIZ Awards, I was like, I should have known this was something porn.
I literally sent a link into the Slack for you to see what the awards were and everything. You just be ignoring me. See, this is what I was saying, Will. This is why I know she don't love me no more. It's just she ignores me.
I just saw like the header thing, and it was like XBIZ Awards is what we're talking about. I was like, cool. I'm sorry.
You're not, but it's okay. So let's talk about it. You all should both have the link for the list of winners and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, best picture, we can start there. It's called Deadly Vows. It looked like there's some kind of assassination thing going on, like a Kill Bill situation is happening here. I see a bride, I see somebody with a sword, some guns and shit is happening. See description. Deadly Vows is a 2025 prize-winning pornographic movie produced by Digital Playground, which they're the ones that do the higher quality stuff out there as far as like, production value and all that. They're the ones that have the big scripts. They're the one Pirates. That was them.
But Pirates? But Pirates?
I mean, it wasn't called Butt Pirates, but it was called Pirates, and there was butt stuff that happened. That's, But yeah, so they won for the best film.
Nice.
Now there was some, there's other winners as far as what movies. There is best all sex movie, best vignette, but performer of the year was one that was actually interesting because it seemed like kind of a throwback. Because usually the performer of the year is somebody who came out really like just started within like the last 5 years or so. But female performer of the year was Jennifer White, which I think she started like 10 years ago. It was like, oh, okay. I don't know if you've ever won this award before, but
it was when I looked through the list earlier, I was fighting to figure it out because I had it on my phone and was getting it to my computer. But I looked through it earlier and I thought that with her and one of the other ones that wins later, I was like, this was not, you can definitely tell the term MILF is at the top of a ton of search bars this year. Just by the winners of these categories.
Yeah. Speaking of MILF performer of the year, Sophia Locke. I'm not familiar with her game.
I looking at the thumbnail, I need to be. I need to be familiar with this game.
Yeah, Sophia Locke is an adult movies actress. She shot in over 90 movies.
She works hard.
Let's see.
She's won.
Okay. MILF performer of the year, yeah.
She only has like two.
Two awards.
She also won Best Sex Scene in an orgy or group mixed.
Yeah, orgy group mixed. Yep, you're right.
What do you call it when you like win a bunch of the awards here? Like if you win an Academy Award and you win, like you sweep it and you win a bunch, you're like put into that upper echelon of actors and actresses in Hollywood. Is there a term for that in the porn industry for like people who go in and like sweep the awards and win every category they're in? Like,
not that I'm aware of.
What would you?
But that was like a couple years ago. That was Angela White, where she was just winning everything.
Just everything. Okay, I wasn't sure if there was like,
or
are there like Leo DiCaprio level porn stars where it's like if they're in a movie, they're gonna win like an award for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What'd you say, Mara?
A slurp.
A slurp.
A slurp.
That's what we'll go with. Yeah,
I like that.
It was a slurp of awards.
It's a slurp of the awards. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with. That's what it is.
Why does that sound perfectly obscene for this conversation?
Because it is.
Well, it is.
Because at first I was like mop, because like eventually you gotta mop that whole area.
Yeah,
but
there's a wet mess there.
Slurp sounds so much more fitting.
But yeah, speaking of Angela White, she won for best sex scene vignette. It was, I guess, a threesome with her, Luna Star, and Girthmaster.
Girthmaster sounds like a fucking made up name.
He's got some girth, man. He's got some girth.
Looking through this list, also the the dudes that don't have, it's like the vacant WWE when somebody gives up the title, it's like vacancy. That's what every dude's like thumbnail looks like, but every woman has like the most curated, perfectly edited like headshots.
Because most of the time when it comes to porn, dudes are props. So that's
Acceptable terms.
They are there to supply hard penis for them to use for the show. But yeah, like I was saying before, like Angela White a couple years ago was just slurping it up. Like looking at her
slurp train.
list of her awards, she has 68 AVN awards, 11 XBIZ awards, 6 NMAE awards, 15 XRCO awards, 11 Pornhub awards. DSN, she has 4 awards. Like she's
slurping up a lot of awards.
Slurping it up. We found our Leo DiCaprio of the porn industry.
I mean, probably. Let's see. Best sex scene all girl. Is she in there? No, she's not in there. Okay, I thought she would be, but but here's the thing. All those are good and dandy, but our favorite part of these is when we scroll down and get to the more interesting stuff, like the all the toys that win stuff, because we find some interesting things in there. So
always.
Best sex toy powered is an oldie but a goodie, the magic wand, but waterproof.
I feel like that evolution should have happened already.
I would have thought so too, because the wand has been around for a long time.
That's like the OG, right? Like
the big old massager looking thing. That
I mean,
not,
short
that
of
people call a massager, but was never actually a massager.
It's never been a massager.
Well, massages a very specific part of your body. But
that's the OG of the adult toys, as it were.
But yeah, magic wand waterproof is an adult pleasure product for women. This product won first. Yeah, blah blah blah. But
non-powered glow LED dildo.
That's
I think this is the first time this award has been given.
Why do you say that?
Because it said this is a pleasure product. First and only trophy came to this product in 2026. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's for this one. I feel like they should hold on, does it say who makes it? Because I want to know who made it, because I want to look this thing up.
Oh, this is the second year this award has been given. Last year was the first. It does not say. This feels very like generalized. Just says glow LED.
Yeah, because there could be anything, but I see one on Adam and Eve here. I'm gonna put it in the chat for y'all. But that's what it literally says there, but I don't know.
That looks cool.
As Mara's like, yeah.
I know it won't glow like that in real life, but that looks cool.
Just bookmark this, and I'm pretty sure our code still works. So
I pulled 2 things up, and one of them is it was the winner for. It was an uncategorized winner for like best cannabis infused intimacy product. And it's the Sex Love High Gummies. So it's essentially a gas station boner pill and THC together.
Oh, wow.
So it gets you high and gets you hard. And for somebody who enjoys porn and sex a lot, and for somebody who enjoys THC, that sounds like a fucking win, my friends.
It does to me too.
Like, that sounds like a win. And the adult game. I thought this was another one that I thought was a big one. And it's just a game called Together. Together is an adult industry company. And that's it. That's literally all they put there. But I'm curious about what the fuck kind of adult tabletop themed game Together is.
Best adult game together. Yeah, and it doesn't like they don't have all the info here, which is like I need to
Nothing.
know.
It's like a one sentence thing about the company, and that's it. And I was like, well, that was lame and very anticlimactic. Boom.
Let me see if I can look elsewhere because this website usually has all the info, but for some reason this year is not showing everything. Let me see if I can.
That's a big twist on Dungeons After Dark. Would be like an adult themed Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Put a pin in that. That's a good idea.
Best intimate care product, anal douche kit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best intimate apparel line, the Leaf Peeps.
Leaf Peeps.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is an award that surprises me, and I want to know how they how you get put into this. Sexpert of the Year, Alicia Sinclair.
Hold on, let me.
Which
You
is
said her
funny
name
because
was what?
Alicia Sinclair.
Yeah.
Which is funny because then it says it says is she's an adult industry professional. She won first and only award in 2026 for Sexpert of the Year.
They've they've handed out 12, but there's only been 11 laureates, which means they've given it to the same woman twice.
Okay.
I feel like everything in this conversation could be made to sound like a sexual innuendo if you made it that way. If you
like when they gave it to the same woman twice. Yeah.
I tried for that one and it wasn't even that hard that time. You see? See?
All right. Yeah, I hate how because normally they have like the retailer or like the company that makes it, so we can actually go to their site and look the shit up and everything. They don't have all that here.
The retailer of the year just being called Get Off, Ghettt, like you're spelling like the bad way to spell Jeff, but they spelled get that way. Get Off is the retail of the year.
For I read that stores. As ghetto off.
Ghetto.
It has the word ghetto in it.
Well, I thought you were just saying it with that New York accent.
No.
It's a New York thing. We wouldn't get it, Travis.
Clearly.
When I saw Retailer of the Year for 3 to 9 stores, and I saw Pleasure's Romance Boutique, and I was like, is that store that's right down here? But no, that one's called Romance Depot. I live across the street.
Like I've been there.
That's just a little sex shop bodega down on the corner, right?
I live literally like across the street from them. And it's funny because they have like mannequins in windows with like different lingeries or kinkwear. Mm-hmm. And when Luna started going to her summer camp, that's a little bit further up Broadway. We were walking past it and she was like, why are they dressed like that? And I was just like, just look straight. Just pay attention to where we're going.
Mind your business. Please. That's none of your concern.
That has nothing to do with you.
It's so hard to ignore because they have like lights, they have music playing. I'm just like, oh my God, people with families live here.
Yeah. How do you think how do you think the kids in that family got there?
For sure. That's how families are made, Mara, is kinky sex toys.
By going into that store. But Will, the Sex Love High Gummies, did you figure out who makes those?
No. It was one of those things, it was a dead end link. It was just like, let me see if I can go. There it is. Boom.
Because I'm curious.
I'm just going to Google it. My Google algorithm is going to be fucked.
Yes, I'm Googling it too, but so many things are coming up.
Yeah, I'm seeing so much other shit where it's just like, I don't know which one actually won. Lack of detail in this information is really bothering me.
There's one for these AI right Awards. Here are a intimacy boosting hemp infused treat.
The Museum of Sex ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. Yeah,
that treat makes it sound like it's for dogs.
That is also here. in New York.
Is it? That was the only one that I found that looked semi-legit. The rest of them look like archaic websites that want to steal my credit card information and or identity.
And a museum I have not been to.
Oh, why not?
I just never had the chance to go.
I see.
But I still hold out. I'm gonna go one day.
Adam and Eve has an education program. Okay.
Yeah, they do. I saw that. It was Adam and Eve and something else, right?
Adam and Eve and the Pleasure Tour 2025.
Interesting. Home Party Company of the Year, Pepper's Parties 2.
Say that 3 times fast.
I won't. Let's see the fan voter awards though. Favorite female star, Violet Myers. Not surprised there. Favorite male star, Ricky Johnson. Good for him. Favorite trans star, Aubrey Kate. Favorite girl star, Deanna Lovings. I wonder what makes them. I guess they're that particular girl scene. Just they like seeing it because sure she does more than just girl stuff.
I just had to count it. I wanted to make sure I had the math right. Best sex scene and orgy. Okay. It's one dude with 18 women it's a movie called The Bottom Floor, The Second Coming.
I mean,
and
you're
there's
gonna need more than 2 comings for that many women, but okay.
19 people, 18 women, and 1 dude. That sounds exhausting.
It does. Okay.
That was huge. I looked at all the pictures. I was like, is this a team sport that I didn't know about?
Holy hell. Okay. I'm just looking at what you just sent us, Mara. So we got some electroshock going on here.
Yeah, that was the best fetish product. Even because I don't know if I had made a face, but I know I opened it and I was like, oh my gosh.
But then I was like, oh, this is fetish. So I get it.
Guess be careful where you put that thing. All right.
I'm going to try to say this as PC as possible.
Don't.
There may or may not be something similar to that in this house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do what you do.
Right? You won't yuck your yum.
It's never been used, and there's a story why we have it. But we've got one of the little cattle proddy pokey thing. The look she just gave me, she was like, but no, we have one in the house. It was a gag gift, but we have one.
Okay.
Some of those be the best gifts though, because it's just why would you ever have
But then one day, y'all might be like, you know what?
Let's give it a shot.
We have it, you know.
What's the harm?
And when that day comes, I expect a full report, sir. So yeah.
Just a straight up review out of 10 kind of situation.
Yeah. Even if we have a full cast that day, doesn't matter. I'll bring you on for a guest spot just for your review, and then you can go on about your day, But we need details. Favorite cosplay star, Little Puck. I feel like we've heard from Little Puck before. Yeah, she's won 5 XBIZ Awards and a Pornhub Award. So we've seen her win stuff before.
Clicking on her photo, what it opened up to, I was not the more photo you saw, I was not prepared because
you weren't aware of that much titty.
No, it wasn't even that. I low-key kind of thought she was going to be a little bit thicker, but also because bust cleavage up, she's very bronzed and tanned, and then you go in and it turns very pale and not really and not the same. I just wasn't I mean, she has a great vibe. I just
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for the color difference.
I'm looking her up on the hub. I'm not seeing a lot of cosplay style stuff happening here, so I'm not sure how.
Continuing to jump around. Best sex scene in a drama, Lena Lopez and Jason Love. The reason why I stop here is because Jason Love was part of all that Twitter drama with that podcast dude, Adam22, where it was him and his old lady who did the podcast together, and they paid Jason Love to come on, and then he watched him do it to his wife live on the podcast.
The plug, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody made this huge deal about it. I was like, oh, I recognize that guy because of some bullshit on Twitter.
It became a way bigger deal than it actually was because, like, yeah, he's a porn star. That's what he does, and
that's what they do for a living. And
she does OnlyFans contact. Yeah. It's just, yeah. Two sex workers did work together. Is what happened there.
And the fact that he did the interview while it was happening was like giving him shit. And I was like, this is what they do. You see the little baby wannabe pit bull back there trying to pretend to be a pit bull?
Yeah. He's tough, all right?
He's got his Cuban link chain on. He don't fuck around.
But yeah, anything else here that you all want to touch on before we move on?
Every single time. It's nothing but innuendos the whole conversation.
No, not really.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm feeling satisfied.
All right, so here's how we're gonna do.
Careful what I'm clicking open, leaving opening, just in case Luna decides to walk from behind me.
So here's what I'm gonna do for the rest of this show, since we only got about 18 minutes left. We're not gonna watch the full developer direct, but we'll watch 2 segments from it. There are 2 games that I was interested in, and I think you 2 would be also. So we're going to watch the segment about Fable first. All right. Have either of you played Fable, the originals?
Nope.
I'm a big fan of Fable.
Okay. I never played it either, but I've heard good things.
The first couple were amazing. I think Fable 2 was the very first free Xbox Live game on Xbox Live Gold when they started giving away free games. Fable 2 was the very first one. A little bit of lore there for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is one. It's from Playground Games. They're the same people that do Forza.
Ah, okay.
Hi, welcome to Playground Games, where I'm thrilled to share our very first deep dive into a game we've been making here for a really, really long time. Fable. Playground Games is renowned for fun, immersive, and visually stunning open-world experiences. Since 2010, we've been developing the Forza Horizon series right here in Royal Leamington Spa, a charming little town in the middle of England. As Horizon has grown, so have we. Over the past few years, we've built a new team to carry that reputation into a new genre that we are incredibly passionate about. Fable is Playground's first open-world action RPG, and we couldn't be more proud to be carrying on the work of the legendary Lionhead Studios, the original creators of the franchise. And although our game is a new beginning, I think what we're making is really faithful to the spirit of the classic Lionhead trilogy that we all love.
Oh.
At the heart of our game is a simple, recurring question. What does it mean to you to be a hero? Our game is about choices and their consequences. It's packed with action, drama, British humour, moral dilemmas, and quite a few chickens. All of this combined in a fairy tale which could only be Fable.
I'm listening to what he's saying, but his mug is sitting on something that I can't tell if it's supposed to look like a coaster or something surrounding it, and it's kind of driving me a little crazy.
A moment of extreme danger.
Well, he's no longer on the screen, so that should help.
We discovered that you are Albion's first hero in a generation. But not long afterwards, disaster strikes, and the people of your village, including your beloved grandma, are turned to stone by a mysterious stranger.
Not the granny.
Suddenly alone in the world, you'll set off on an adventure which will change Albion forever.
Venturing out into the world is a huge moment because this is Albion like you've never seen it before.
He looks like a
Idyllic
less
rolling hills.
douchey Elon Musk.
Magical forests, bustling villages, sleepy hamlets, oversized vegetable patches, and stunning vistas. And because our Albion is truly open world, for the first time, you'll be able to explore this rich and detailed world seamlessly, with the freedom to go where you want from early in the game.
We can't wait to welcome you back to Albion's iconic capital city, Bowerstone. Home to Fairfax Castle, the old clock tower, and the legendary Heroes Guild.
It's a huge city, full of contrasts, rich and poor, nobles and commoners, royalty and criminals. You'll spend plenty of time here during the game, as you discover the secrets of the Heroes Guild and its reclusive guildmaster, Humphrey the Golden.
In the north of Albion, you'll find mountains, craggy coastlines, spooky marshes,
Well, if you're saying
and the
things,
bleak,
you're muted.
windswept city of Bloodstone. Here,
Oh,
you'll
make
meet the
it
leaders
down.
of two rival gangs, vying for
Still
power,
can't hear you, sir.
and uncover the secrets of the sinister but
Can
extremely
you hear me now?
well-organized
Fixed
cult
it.
of shadows.
Good. Okay, what I was
Our
saying is,
Albion
in a
is
game like this
beautiful,
that's that big and that pretty,
handcrafted,
all those beautiful
and
buildings
richly
mean
detailed.
nothing if you walk in there and there's nothing in all of them. If
Yeah.
it's just
In
a bunch of
Albion,
empty
heroes are
space.
special.
Like there needs to be
Different.
stuff to do that people can talk
Yeah.
to and
Stronger
shit
than
like
regular
that.
people.
Yeah, I feel like we
More
moved
skillful,
past that now,
more
though. So
charismatic.
hopefully
More
they've
importantly, they're those rare
actually
humans who
populated
can harness
everything.
and use
Well, at least
magic in the world
most.
around them.
Doesn't necessarily
They
have
have
to
the
be
power
everything.
to do what they want.
And
Enough
so
to
do
warrant
you.
a map
In
this
our
size.
game, we want you to play as the hero you want to be. And that
we don't need it
starts
to
with
be a
being able
mile
to
wide
choose how
and an
your
inch
hero
deep.
character looks.
So, in Fable, you'll be able to pick from a range of different character heads and customize your clothing, hair, skin tone, tattoos, and scars. So the
Not
hero you
full-on
play
character
represents
creation.
you.
They just, you pick their
But as well as your
face
appearance, you can be the hero
and
you want to
collections of
be
faces,
through the way you
and then
play,
you put
through
clothes
the
on them.
skills and abilities you learn, and through the weapons you use.
Just like the classic trilogy, heroes in our game fight with a combination of strength, skill, and will. Seamlessly blending melee and ranged weapons with magical abilities gives
Well, that worked. That's definitely
allowing
one way
you
to do
to
that.
show off your personal playstyle
Ah.
against single opponents and large groups of enemies alike. Melee is at the heart of our close quarters combat. You'll use light
So
and
much
heavy
chicken
combos,
abuse.
often knocking enemies off balance and executing stylish finishers. Swap to your ranged weapon to bypass enemy guard and deal with troublesome flying enemies. And of course, you'll be able to unleash your powerful spells to both manipulate and devastate your opponents.
We're excited to be bringing back some fan favorite adversaries for you to fight. Hobbs are back, as are Balrings, Hollowfolk, and Trolls.
And we're adding brand new enemies too, like this fearsome cockatrice, a giant fire-breathing chicken. Each enemy family is different, with their own weaknesses to
Fire-breathing
exploit.
chicken, ladies
Yeah,
and
the
gentlemen.
cockatrice is also a
But with
monster
all
in
the unique
D&D,
tools in your
and
combat
I have
toolbox,
utilized
how
it
you
before.
defeat your enemies is up to you.
I would fight
Oh,
a fire-breathing
no.
chicken.
Not the
But there's
poor
more to being a hero in
chicken.
Albion than fighting. So much
I
more.
mean, didn't even eat it afterwards.
When we talk to people
Shame.
about their favorite memories
Right,
of the
just send it
original
straight to
games,
hell.
so many of their stories were about the stuff you can do when you
Straight
weren't just
to
being a
hell.
hero. The normal, everyday stuff which happened when you interacted with the people of Albion.
For me, what I remember most vividly are the inhabitants of Albion and the things you can do with them or to them.
The crazy thing about the classic Fable games was that in the middle of a sprawling RPG was almost a complete other game where you could just mess around with the villages and townsfolk.
And we've built that same experience in the middle of our game too. Buying a house, getting a job, making some money.
Romancing a villager, getting married, having kids.
Fancy a date? Perfect. You can get to know me better.
Buying another house. Buying every house in Albion.
Not in this economy.
Right.
Buying every business in Albion. Getting rich.
Marrying a bunch more people. Having a bunch more kids.
Marrying a bunch more people.
Getting divorced along the way for good.
All right.
And this game within
They
the
said
game
get
is
married
unique
as
to
many
Fable.
times
It's
as you
systemic,
want.
interconnected.
Marry
and you see the
everyone,
ripple
buy
effects of things
everything.
you do
Thank you,
everywhere
capitalism.
go.
And all of this revolves around the people who live in Albion, who we call the living population. There are more than 1,000
As
of them,
opposed to the
and
dead
every single one is
population?
unique.
Yeah.
Each of them has a name, a role, a daily routine, and their own personality. You could follow any one of them for a day and just watch them live their life.
They'll get up, go to work, spend some leisure time on hobbies, then go home to bed.
But what's even cooler is that you can talk to every single one of them in fully voiced conversations and interact with them in loads of different ways. Maybe the job they go to is working for you because you hired them to work in one of your businesses.
Hey, you. Working hard? How can I help you, boss?
Maybe the bed they sleep in is in a house you own because you're the landlord.
Or maybe their bed is on the street because you evicted them.
Damn.
All right.
So you're a slumlord.
You're
That's what I'm gathering.
And all of the stuff you do affects what they think
Yeah.
of you. You're a legend. Because everything you do builds your reputation.
Very impressive. Now that's an hero right there.
I mean, I'm
Morality
into it
has
so
always
far.
been super important to Fable. That tension between good and evil underpinned all of the original games. And morality is central to our game too. But we have a slightly different take on it.
Kick the chicken.
No.
Dude,
For us,
punch the
morality
shit out
isn't
of
black
that
and white.
chicken.
There are lots of grey areas. And importantly, morality is subjective.
Why
No
all
two
these
people see
pieces
things
of
exactly the same way.
chickens?
The game looks amazing.
that's how it
If
works
this
in
is
our
what it's
game
going to
too.
look like on launch,
Everything you do earns your
I'm
reputation.
excited to play this game.
And every person in Albion will have a different reaction to you as a result.
Hello there.
Yeah, we get it. You're rich.
They'll remember things you did directly
Bitch,
to
I
them.
will evict
They'll
you.
love you.
Basically,
for the
fuck you
choices
think you
make,
talking
and they
to?
will always tell you why. Although, usually from a safe distance.
Our game will never judge you, but the people of Albion will, loudly.
Imbecile.
Your mama.
Your reputation is created by the choices you make. And you are going to make a lot of them.
It's when you buy
Big
his
choices,
house and you marry
little
his wife.
choices, moral choices,
Just
and
kick him out of
some
town.
choices that will actually change the landscape of Albion for the rest of your game. We call this idea, your choices change the world. Let's give you an example.
Early in the game, you'll meet a character named Dave, an egotistical gardener in a rural village who discovers a magical growth formula. He accidentally turns himself into a giant and becomes a big problem. It'll be your job to deal with him, and ultimately it will be your choice whether to kill him or to spare him. If you kill him, his giant corpse will lie on the farmland just outside of town for the rest of the game.
Oh, wow.
And that is going to affect house prices. It will also affect what a lot of the villagers think about you.
And then I'm sure
Especially their
eventually it'll
sister.
start to smell and
In
everything,
Fable,
man.
the
He's a
choices you
huge
make
body.
will
That's
define
gonna.
What does being a hero
Right.
mean to you?
So having a big dead dude
At
on
Playground
your
Games,
doorstep
we've
is gonna
built a
affect
pedigree
your
for
property
beautiful,
value.
immersive,
So it's
open-world
kind of like
experiences.
real life
Property
again.
Yes,
Yeah.
they've
Property
typically
values will
involved
go
sports
down.
cars.
That does
But
track.
this is a passion project for
Or
all
you
of
can
us
be like,
here.
yo, no, this is a feature.
Every
you
member
know?
of this team, which we've built from scratch, has
You
two
can
key things in
live
common.
off the
A
land.
deep love for the franchise
That
and a
got
burning
dark
desire
quick.
to bring it
Wow,
back.
Mara.
We're making this for Fable fans just like us, but also to introduce Fable to gamers who've never
I mean,
played the
think of
series
how
before.
much
It's been
protein
great
that
to
would
finally tell you a little
provide
about the game we're
a
making.
neighborhood.
There'll be much more to share as we get closer to our
I mean,
launch.
granted, you have
I'm
to
excited to tell you
harvest
today
all
that
that
Fable
very
is coming to
fast before it goes
Xbox,
bad.
PC,
But
and PlayStation
you
in
see
autumn
this thing at the bottom of his
2026.
cup.
From all of us here, thanks for watching.
Fall 2026.
Woo! So we'll get that before we get GTA 6.
Depends on when it comes in the fall. It could still come after if it comes in November.
A lot
But
of
we shall
ifs.
see. I would guess though they try to put it out in September or October, so get out of GTA's way. But we
Yeah.
As
shall
long as
see.
it's not in Q4, that's the big thing to take away from. Is because if it is official going to come out at the end of the year, then like nothing needs to come out at the end of the year except for that.
Yeah.
Still no date on Wolverine either.
Still know what?
Date on Wolverine either.
Oh no, not yet. But we'll
I have
find
more
out.
faith that'll come out on time.
I mean, we'll see. But yeah, we don't really have time for anything else, so that'll be it. We'll end the show there. Thank you all for joining us. This has been not super flash. I almost did it again, Mar. It's been the Creatia Conversation. Don't forget you can follow us on all our socials, the Instagram, the TikTok, the Twitter, all that good stuff at It's Creatia World. That is at ITSCREATIA World. Also on Blue Sky at creatiaworld.bsky.social. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World. And while you're there, join a couple of the Facebook groups. One of them being facebook.com/group/Devin Dragons. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, and now A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, hop on in there and talk about that shit with us. It'll be a good time, good fun. Or if you just think dragons are cool, drop a picture of a dragon. Why not? You can also join the other group, facebook.com/group/Smack and Raw if you're a wrestling fan. We still have great conversations there, even though the Smack and Raw podcast is not happening right now. But we still have the conversations there. We still share the memes there, have a good time, and talk wrestling. You can find me on all the socials at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Shark, where can they find you?
All those same places at Mara the Shark. MARADASHARK.
The Will Gray. Tell them where to find you and plug all your shit.
First and foremost, as always, Travis, thank you for allowing me to be the honorary oos of all things Creatia World. And officially, as of recently, you can find me on the Creatia World YouTube with Matt for the Getting Off Tracks, where we're dropping our hilarious color commentary over B-list horror movies. It's one of my favorite projects I'm doing right now. And outside of that, I don't really have any live content. So you can find me here when Creatia Conversations or Getting Off needs me. And if you want to check me out on YouTube at Rivet City Radio, you can see some of my RuneScape and some of my gaming shenanigans that I've been doing there until I figure out if I want to make wrestling content or not.
I get it. It's kind of hard to sell yourself on it these days. I understand.
It's just wrestling today. It's not the conversation. Wrestling today sucks. It's me and Matt have had that conversation both, and neither one of us want to make it right now. It just isn't fun right now.
It's not fun. Yeah, I understand. Folks, that'll be it for this week's episode of the Creatia Conversation. Don't forget to come back next week. We'll see you then. Until that time, we out.
Bye.